Do you want to sew a simple elastic waist trouser without drafting a pattern? So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the easiest step-by-step method. So stay with me till the end because the finishing makes all the difference. So let's get started. So we are using a crepe fabric, okay? So we folded the fabric into two and the measurement we are using here is about 15 inches. The actual measurement we need is 14 inches, okay? So we folded 15 inches. Now we placed our tape from minus 1.5 and took the crotch length of 11. The actual crotch length is 10. I added 1 inch to make it free, so we marked 11 inches. Next, we are going to take the knee length of 20 inches, and then after marking that, we are going to take the full length of the trouser to be 39 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance for folding. So after marking, the next thing we are going to do is to come to the crotch line, okay? So that's the crotch line. We are going to add our seam allowance of 1 inch. So after marking 1 inch, the next thing is to divide our hip circumference by 4. The hip we are working with is 38.5 divided by 4, which gives us 958. After marking 958 plus the 1 inch seam allowance gives us 1058. So mark the 1058 at that starting point. Then go inwards by half an inch. Then connect that line straight down to the crotch line. After connecting it, the next thing we are going to do is to divide our thigh by 2, which is 26 divided by 2, which will give us 13 inches. So place your tape and then mark 13 inches. So after marking 13 inches, use your armhole curve and then connect a little curve around that area. So after connecting it, the next thing is to take the thigh measurement, which is total of 13 inches divided by 2, which will give us 6.5. So we are going to mark 6.5 from the knee down to the full length of the trouser, okay? So after marking 13 inches, the essence of doing this is to centralize the trouser, okay? So make a straight line from the knee down to the full length of the trouser. So next, we are now going to impute our knee circumference and the round bottom circumference. So now the knee circumference we are working with is 22 inches divided by 2, which will give us 11. 11 divided by 2 will give us 5.5. So place your tip on that center 5.5 on both sides. Do the same for the circumference of the round bottom, okay? So after that, we are now going to connect all those points. So I'm going to use my straight ruler to connect from the knee down to the full length of the trouser, and after that we are going to use our pant curve to connect. So I'm doing the same with the knee, this other part, and then I will connect it downwards. After connecting it downwards, the next thing is to introduce my pant curve, okay? So I'm going to use my pant curve to connect from the knee down to the crotch extension, which is the thigh measurement area. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to connect this other part, okay? So but before I connect, I am going to go inwards. See what I'm doing? At the upper part, I went in by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect it to the allowance point of that hip area. So after connecting it, after connecting it, the next thing I am going to do now is to come down from the upper part by half an inch and then add my seam allowance to join my waistband, okay? So see what I'm doing? From that crotch line, come down by half an inch, and then at the other part, go up by half an inch. Connect it all the way down. So we are done. It is time for us to cut what we have out to enable us cut our back panel, okay? So guys, I have good news for you because I'm currently working on my beginner sewing course, which is designed to help absolute beginners to learn sewing from the comfort of their home, step by step from scratch. So if you want to be among the first to know when enrollment opens, please join my WhatsApp wait list today. I'll give you early updates and priority access when registration begins. So after cutting the front panel, the next thing is to fold our fabric into two, and we folded on fold 16 inches, and then we came down by 2 inches. From that point of the 2 inches, we placed our fabric, that is the one we've cut, which is the front panel. Then make an extension at that point, come down by half an inch and then connect it. So the next thing we are going to do is to take our butt rise. So the butt rise we are working with is 1.5, extend the line, after which we are going to draw that point where the front panel started. Okay, so now from that point I'm marking my seam allowance of 1.5 for the back. So mark 1.5 all the way down to that curve, then connect those points. After connecting those points at that curvy part also, make a curve with your free hand or with your pant curve. Okay, so next, that's the knee line. Okay, so we are going to take our crotch extension for the back. We are dividing our hip by 2. After dividing, mark the midpoint. From that midpoint, take your hip measurement again of 958. Okay, that is exactly what I did. I'm going to mark where it ended. Next, I'll go to the knee part and I'll mark 2 inches all the way down, which is our seam allowance for the sewing. So after marking, I'm going to connect all those points. So you can use your ruler to connect those points. So next, I'm going to use my pant curve to connect from the crotch extension to the knee area. So next, I'm going to mark the butt rise all the way down to the side of the trouser. So we are done marking. It is time for us to cut what we have all out. So if you've watched up to this point, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out on our weekly upload. So you can also share this video and watch it over and over again. So after cutting, it is time for me to cut the waistband. Alright, so I marked 4 inches and placed it on fold, slit it through. I'm using the hip circumference to cut for the waistband. So after cutting, it is time for us to sew. Let's head over to our sewing machine. So it is time for us to start our sewing. So we are going to sew the crotch line for the front and the back panel. We are sewing from the front side first of all. So after sewing down to the end, we are going to flip it to the wrong side and sew it all the way down. So next, we are going to sew the same way we did for the front panel to that of the back panel. Okay, after sewing from the front, turn it to the back side as shown and then sew. After sewing it, it is time for us to join the two sides. Okay, so the two sides of the trouser, we are going to join it, sewing from the front side, and after sewing from the front side, we'll turn it to the back side and sew it from the side, and then we are going to sew the inner part from the center. So next, we are going to sew from the center part. Okay, see the inner part of it. We are sewing from the center to one direction. After sewing to one direction, we'll sew again from the center to the other part, and then flip the trouser over to the back side and then sew it all round. Okay, that's the actual coupling of the trouser to have a perfect or boutique standard finishing. So after that, we are going to put our elastic casing and then fold the downside of the trouser. So next, it's time for us to fix our waistband. To achieve that, we remove 10 inches from the hip circumference and then cut your waistband of 2 inches. Okay, the elastic. Okay, so see what I did. After joining the elastic to one, I put it inside the elastic casing, okay, inside the material, and then I'm going to sew it all the way around. After sewing it all around, I'm going to fix it to the trouser, okay, to the waist of the trouser all round, and then I am going to pipe the rough edges, or you use a serging machine to sew it. So this is it now. I'm pinning the waistband all the way round to the trouser. Okay, so after pinning it, I am going to sew it all round and then use my bias to do a finishing on those rough edges. So if you have a serging machine, you can use your serging machine to do that. After that, fold the downside of the trouser. We are done. Our model is going to wear the outfit for us to see the final result. Okay, so this is how it is looking after joining. So it is time to pipe and then have a perfect finish. Okay, so the top of this trouser is on the channel, So feel free to watch it and then replicate yours as well, and drop your meaningful comments in the comment section. So our model will wear this outfit for us to see. The final outcome of this outfit is perfect on my client. So before you go, click on the next video on your screen to learn another beautiful style that you can sew and sell. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. I am Lois, Addah.